Okay, and all right, we're ready to go. So for those who are subscribers or those who are not here for this class, we're doing a series. We have a mudra sequence that balances the chakras, and I've designed some yoga poses around that. So we're going to use the yoga poses to stimulate the chakra, and the mudra balances the chakra. So we work with the 7 chakra system. We know there are more above the head and more below, but this is a poster, and I'm showing it to you for a reason, so I'll let you know. This is the 7 chakras, and on the back of this poster is more of an explanation of what they rule and how they affect us. Okay, and we'll be working with those. And then I have a handout of these mudras, because mudras, as you probably know, are hand gestures that are seals, because we use those at the end of yoga to seal in like the benefits and the energy of our workout and our meditation. So we're going to do these, and we'll just do a few breaths with each one. And if anybody, whether you're live online or if you're a subscriber watching the recording, I will provide a copy of these. I have the poster of the chakras in my computer, and I can send that to your email, and I can send the mudras as well if I have your email address. Because I don't, they probably wouldn't go through in texting or anything like that. So if it's something you're interested in, of course, you're going to have the recording, but if you wanted to take it with you somewhere that you didn't have a computer, you might want to have the handout. So let's see what, first of all, mudras are gestures that act as an energetic seal, allowing us to attune to specific vibrations in the universe. This mudra sequence brings balance to the chakra system. It's actually a 15-minute practice without the yoga poses. They just sent me, this is from my yoga therapy practitioner teachers, and it's a 15-minute practice, approximately 2 minutes per mudra with a small pause in between. Well, we'll be doing yoga postures in between, some moves. So this is a condensed version. They have a daily practice which has 3 to 5 mudras for each chakra with chanting and chakra visualization, but they're down in a tropical area. I forget what country they're in, but they do trainings down there. So we'll start with our usual centering, and then we'll just get right into the mudras. There's an affirmation created for each one, so I'll be reading those to you. I haven't memorized all 7 of them yet. So lift tall in your spinal column. Let your head sit right on top of your shoulder. So your cervical spine is lifted. Sometimes we have a tendency to jut forward with the chin, but we want the head aligned over the spine. You're welcome to bring your hands into your favorite mudra for our centering. So just relax and bring your awareness to your breath. Feel your breath, connect with it. Notice things about your breath, rhythm and pattern. Allow thoughts from the day that may be racing through your mind, just let them empty out. Like when I was teaching the kids, I would imagine the head as a teapot and just tip over and let those thoughts spill out. Notice any emotions that might become apparent that need to be recognized and released. Notice how you feel energetically. If you feel exhausted or a little tired or energetic, just where are you at on the spectrum? And then notice your physical body, what sensations you feel as you listen to your body. Now, right here is where we'll start with our first mudra that balances the root chakra, Muladhara. So take your right hand. We have done this one before, and just fold in your ring finger and pinky finger. Place your thumb over it. It's like the Cub Scouts or the Boy Scouts salute, and place those fingertips, the index finger and second finger, on the ground. Now the instructions are to place the left hand palm up on your knee, but I like to bring both arms out to connect with earth. This is for grounding and uh, allowing earth energy to come up in your perineum, up through your legs and feet. So we focus at the Muladhara chakra. The color there is red, brilliant red, like liquid light, raw energy for us to utilize. And the affirmation, which I love this one, it's so encouraging. The affirmation is, I am always safe, grounded, and protected at the very core of my being. So if you would repeat that with me, either verbally or mentally, 2 more times. I am always safe, grounded, and protected at the very core of my being. I am always safe, grounded, and protected at the very core of my being. So for our attunement to breath, we'll leave our hands in this mudra, but we'll turn our palms up and breathe arms up overhead and just touch those 4 fingertips together, and then breathe out as you lower back down. And we'll repeat this 5 times. So breathe it up. And I just got the message that my connection is unstable. So if it happens, I apologize in advance. And one more overhead. And then just bring your palms together in prayer hands and lower down to your heart center. All right. So for the base chakra, we want to warm up a little bit and stimulate that chakra. So if you'd come up onto the balls of your feet, the feet are the foundation of the body. So we will just rock on our toes a few times. And then separate your feet and we'll open the hips and prepare for Malasana, which allows the earth's energy to come up into the perineum. I'm watching Marshall play husky. So just side to side, opening one knee and then the other. And then come into Malasana. Just bring the feet down onto the floor, palms together. Press the elbows against the knees to open them a little further if they will, and thumbs to the heart center. And maybe a few wiggles side to side. Now focus on that perineum and allow earth to rise up into your body. Bring the energy up to the crown of your head and then return it back down to the base chakra. And one more time, bring it up to the crown and then back down. All right. So just come down sitting. We'll be working with the second chakra, Svadhisthana. This one works with the chakra just beneath the navel, and it's the yoni, which represents the womb or the uterus in the female. And we're going to work with a yoga pose first, and then I'll show you the mudra for it. So Just come down onto your back. We're going to work towards half bridge pose. Arms at your sides, palms down. Feet are fairly close into your hips. So your feet are hip width apart, your knees are hip width apart, all aligned with the hips, toes forward. And start with a deep breath. Breathe out and press your low back down into the floor. We'll work with a couple of pelvic tilts to warm up the spine. Then breathe in and lift your spine, your low back off the floor. Press your tailbone down and rock back and forth. So exhale, press down, inhale, lift up. So you can feel that low belly area, the womb. Now, the next time you lift with your breath, come over to the side towards your hip and the side of your back, and then the top, and then over to the other side. So you're creating a circle with your low back, just circling around. The knees will move, but we're not taking them side to side. Just allow them to move naturally as you work with your circle. And then reverse your circle the other direction. Move with your breath. So when you press down on your tailbone, you lift your spine, you're inhaling. Over to the side, start your exhale. When the back is pressing down, that's your full exhale. Then inhale over to the other side and lifting. Now bring your body, your whole torso on the floor for our half bridge. Just give a little stretch in the back of your neck, lengthen it out. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. All right, now take in your breath. Press down on the mat and then roll your hips up into half bridge. And just notice that regenerative area. The second chakra is orange. The element is water. If I forgot to mention before, the Muladhara is the earth. Keep your knees aligned with your hips and start to lift a little bit more. Breathe. Allow that area to relax. And remember that the chakras go all the way through the body, front to back, and they spin and pulsate. Now, roll back down and rest for a moment. Take in another breath. Breathe out, press your back down and roll your hips up into half bridge. So you're in a straight line from your knees to the crown of your head. Now, if you feel so inclined, you can press up all the way into full bridge. Lift your hips up. If you want, you can interlace your fingers and press down with your arms as you lift your hips up. Press your shoulders down as well. Now release your hands and roll your body down from half bridge, full bridge, and just bring your knees in for a stretch to balance out the move. And then bring your hands underneath your knees, lift your feet, and just kick forward, up into sitting, and we'll go over the mudra. So just bring your hands in front of your body, palms facing, okay? And then interlace, just turn your palms up and interlace all of your fingers, and then close your hands, bring your fingertips of your index fingers together, and then your thumbs come down. So let me come up towards the camera so you might see a little bit better. So we're starting with hands. We turn the palms up and interlace all the fingers, close the hands, but bring the fingertips of the index fingers together so it looks like Kali Mudra. But the thumbs, now Kali Mudra, the thumbs would stay together. But for the Yoni Mudra, the thumbs go down. And if you look inside your hand, it looks rather much like a vagina. So this represents the feminine energy. It's very creative. And what it represents in balancing us, if you think of a baby in the womb, in a pregnant woman, oh, by the way, you can bring your hands in towards that chakra. But if you think of a baby in the womb, it is totally isolated from the outer environment. It's protected. It's there's no externalization of consciousness. It's all inward focus. So it reminds me of the great primordial dark void and how that is known as the womb of God or goddess. And that's where the creation happened. But this mudra calms and stabilizes the nervous system. And the affirmation is, I flow with the rhythms of life, totally open to the goodness around me. So that would be perfectly natural for the water element chakra. So to repeat it twice more, I flow with the rhythms of life, totally open to the goodness around me. I flow with the rhythms of life, totally open to the goodness around me. This helps us to detach from the chaos of the world. So this might be a great time to work with this mudra, right? See if there's anything else. No, that's it. So you just bring your hands into the chakra and just take 5 nice breaths, relaxing breaths, and focus your energy there. If you want to picture orange color, you're welcome to do that, unless some people have the second sight and they can see it. Now, if you decide to practice this at home on your own, it's conceivable that you can bring your hands into this mudra while you're in the half bridge, but just see how it goes for you and if you even want to do that. So the next chakra is the third chakra, Manipura. The solar plexus is fire. It's lemon yellow, bright like the sun. It's our own solar energy. And it's associated with power, strength, the ego. Our emotions can be stored in there. Sometimes if we're under stress, we'll tighten up here to close down our power because we might be afraid we'd lash out at somebody or yell or something. Some people do that. So it focuses on the issues of thinking, control, authority, aggression and warmth, as well as digestion and metabolism. So your fire center, that's where your digestive juices are stimulated. So in order to stimulate this chakra, we'll do things for the abdomen like leg lifts and what else do we do? Upward boat. And like our hold in stabilization for the third chakra, the abdomen. So let's come down onto our backs once more. Bring your hands slightly under your hips to protect your low back. And we'll do our leg lifts. Do as many as you wish, up to 21. We do 21 in the 5 Tibetans, so a lot of us stick with that. So just at your own pace. And this is 21 for me. Just bring your knees in and stretch in. You can bring your head up to meet your knees. And then reach your arms forward. Shoot your legs forward and just come up into upward boat. And you can lower back down all the way onto your back. Breathe. Breathe your knees up to your chest. Shoot your legs forward and just lift up into upward boat. This is half boat, but if you like full boat, you can lift your legs all the way up. You will feel this in your hip flexors as well. And then just come back down. Take your legs around to the side. We'll come into our stabilization of the abdomen, the abdominal muscles. So knees hip width, palms hip width. Lengthen in your spine, just neutral spine here. Breathe and reach your right arm up, lift it all the way up by your right ear. Okay. Now spread the fingers out on the left hand, if not already. Taking a breath. Press down on that palm and start to reach forward through your right fingertips. Feel your abdomen engage. Reach a little further. And bring your right palm down. Pause for just a moment, take in a breath. And then spread the fingers wide on the right hand. Scoop your left arm up towards your left ear. Breathe. And as you breathe out, start to lean forward as though you want to touch those left fingertips to the wall in front of you. It will cause flexion in the right hand, so be aware, mindful of how it feels. And bring that hand down. Pull back into puppy stretch. And lift back up into table pose, neutral spine. Just going to repeat that for a few breaths. So breathe the right arm up. Press down on the left palm. Reach forwards, strengthening, toning, empowering. And bring that right hand down. Center. Breathe the left arm up. Right up by your ear. Press down on the right hand, especially the inside of the knuckles. Press that down and reach. Lean forward. And lower your hand down. Pull back into puppy stretch. Nice to open the shoulders. And then lift up. And I want to show you the mudra. I'll come up close so you can see a little better. Just bring both hands forward. Touch the long fingertips together. Bring in the index fingers, the ring fingers, and the pinky fingers, and just touch the knuckles like so. And then the thumbs. Oh, yes, the thumbs, I'm sorry. The thumbs come towards you. Since this is the solar plexus, I like to bring the thumbs towards that solar plexus. And it's kind of a balancing of your outward focus of the energy, okay? So it forms a heart. If you look at your hands, look down, the index fingers and the thumbs create a heart shape. So it's interesting. So some of the imbalances from the third chakra being out of kilter can lead to obesity, diabetes, hypoglycemia, heartburn, gallbladder problems, and stomach ulcers. It can be defined by the feeling of a pit in your stomach when we are upset and nervous, or the feeling of our stomach being tied in knots. And who hasn't had some of those feelings at some time or another? So emotionally, when there's an imbalance, people tend to feel either timid or dominating. So feelings of anger are very common with the imbalance of this chakra. But this mudra helps to center it, to balance it. And the ways to do that physically is to work the abdomen. And that will stimulate your digestion as well and your metabolism. So if you want to leave your hands, let them loosen up here. So we did our leg lifts, we did our upward boat and the stabilizers. So those are all great for the balancing of that chakra with the mudra. So, and of course the yoga poses. So this one was cut off at the bottom of the sheet, but I can see part of it here. It says, I align my personal energies and find my place in the cosmos. So this is power and strength, ego. So I align my personal energies and find my place in the cosmos. I align my personal energies and find my place in the cosmos. So now we're ready for the fourth chakra, which is at the heart, the sternum. And this one often we'll use as for the crown, but in this system, they use the lotus flower at the heart center. So just bring your hands together, palms touching, and then press your thumbs together and your pinky fingers. All of the other fingers, open them up. Try to pull over where the black clothing is, helps to see. So just open your hands like a lotus flower. Press the wrists, the heels of the hands together, the pinky fingers and the thumbs, and just open and let that flower bloom. Okay. Looks like the lotus, and you can hold it right at your heart level and breathe. The affirmation here is, I expand the boundaries of my heart to accept myself, others, and the world as they are. I expand the boundaries of my heart to accept myself, others, and the world as they are. I expand my boundaries of my heart to accept myself, others, and the world as they are. So we want to stimulate the heart center. So let's come back onto our hands and knees. So extend your palms in front of you a little bit, and then just draw your hips forward and hang in traction for a moment, just to let your back acclimate to being in an arched position. Okay, especially the low back. All right. So just hanging in traction, pressing down in your palms and kind of pulling away from your knees. Now, kind of let your hips down a little bit and let your shoulders come up to your ears, then take them back and press down and circle around in your shoulders. And then reverse. All right, now lift up onto your knees, turn your toes under. So one of the poses that we can do to help open The heart center is camel. So just bring your palms on your low back, fingertips facing down, lift in your chin, your heart, bring your elbows closer, open the heart. Expand the boundaries of your heart to accept yourself, others in the world, just as they are. Love the people. Love the people. And then just come forward. Let your chin come down for a moment. And then lift up once again. Reach your heart to the sky. Expand the boundaries of your heart. Open to compassion, Kuan Yin. And then come forward. Come down onto your mat with your palms. Bring your hips forward. Legs are as close as they'll stay. And draw away from your knees once again. And then press the pubic triangle down onto the mat. Bend your elbows and extend the heart forward into cobra. Expand the boundaries of your heart to accept yourself, others, and the world as they are. And then press up and just come back into child's pose for a moment. The heart chakra is at the center of all your chakras. So there's 3 below and 3 above. All right, so just lift up. Just come into easy pose for a moment. So the 5th chakra is the throat, Vishuddha. So that's the focus of your attention, is on the throat, our ability to speak our truth. So the mudra for this is simply just bring your hands out. Bring the middle finger, that long finger, down onto your palm, and then place your thumb over it, basically to hold it in, and then spread the other fingers out. And you can rest your hands, turning palms up on your knees. This is Shunya Mudra. It's the gesture of the void. The affirmation is, I am totally purified in my inner truth and ready to recognize and share my vocation with others. I am totally purified in my inner truth and ready to recognize and share my vocation with others. I am totally purified in my inner truth and ready to recognize and share my vocation with others. So whatever your life purpose is, whatever your heart's desire, wherever you're guided, all from your inner truth. So with the throat chakra, I think one of the best ways to stimulate the throat, now we did camel pose. So lifting the chin, taking the head back when you're in camel. That will help to stimulate the throat. So we already did that pretty much, but I think really the best way to stimulate the throat chakra is to chant Om. So we'll chant Om 5 times. Start with your deep breath. Just allow your teeth to touch a little bit. You'll vibrate even more. Breathe. Two more. One. And just wiggle your fingers. All right, so the 6th chakra is the Ajna chakra, which is the 3rd eye. The affirmation is, I surrender to each opportunity that life gives me as a gift for clarifying my vision and inner truth. So your vision is in your 3rd eye. It is an actual eye. It has rods and receptors in it, and it looks upward. So isn't that appropriate? Where do we think of God as? Is upward. So the mudra for the 6th chakra, for Ajna, is just to bring your index finger and thumb together, and we call it the unity mudra. So I surrender to each opportunity that life gives me as a gift for clarifying my vision and inner truth. I surrender to each opportunity that life gives me as a gift for clarifying my vision and inner truth. So for a pose for this, I think since it is a surrendering energy, we're just going to keep our hands in Unity Mudra and bring your arms around behind you, just touching your back, arms against your back. Breathe in a deep breath and breathe out. Just hinge forward and bring your forehead down. If it doesn't touch the ground or the floor, that's okay. Just imagine it all the way down touching. If it'll touch, then that's fine. Surrender. I surrender to each opportunity that life gives me as a gift for clarifying my vision and inner truth. We receive gifts for the work that we do. The spiritual work. All right, now just lift up. So now we just have the last one. The Sahasrara is the crown chakra, and the mudra for this is to just bring all the fingertips together, because Sahasrara includes all the chakras. And just relax your arms at your sides. Spread the fingers out wide. So the affirmation that we repeat here or can repeat, if you have something that comes to you that you feel is more appropriate for you, then by all means. But the suggested affirmation is Soham, I am Brahman, unity consciousness, already, always present. Soham, I am Brahman, unity consciousness, already, always present. Soham, I am Brahman, unity consciousness, already, always present. So that's the crown that completes our mudra work. Now the pose for Sahasrara I've chosen is Shavasana. So just come down onto your backs, relax, and feel your energy. I feel like I'm buzzing all over, but see what it feels like for you to have gone through these moves and mudras and breath and see how you feel. Soham, I am Brahman, unity consciousness, already, always present. All right, now start to become aware of your body, your mind, your spirit. Allow the light to come in through your crown chakra, go all the way down to your toes, and then reverse and come all the way back up to your crown. One more time. Breathe that light in through your crown, all the way down into your feet and toes, and let it turn around and come right back up. A little energy bath. And then start to wiggle fingers. Maybe take your head side to side if you like. And then slide your feet together. Lift your knees to your chest. Come to one side and roll up into sitting. And if there was a mudra that you really liked, that you want to use now as a seal for bringing in and closing those energies, the benefits of your practice tonight, then use that mudra. We'll chant Om one nice long time. Breathe in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Bringing palms into prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. May peace be with you, in you, through you, all around you, emanating and coming back into you. From here to infinity. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the buzz if you feel one.